Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Kingdom Come Deliverance Let's Play. So, last time around, we were taking care of some side quests to kill a bit of time before we were expected in Sasau, and it's going to be kind of similar today. I believe we still have 2 more days before we were supposed to be at the monastery, so I thought today would be a great opportunity to do a little bit of treasure hunting. We have a bunch of treasure maps that we haven't looked at yet, so I think today would be a fun time to go ahead and do that. We won't get through all of them today, but we'll do a couple. And then in the next episode, I think we'll tie up any loose ends that we have remaining, and then go ahead and head to the monastery. And that's how we'll close next episode. And the following one after that, we will... that's not the right house. We will go ahead and do the monastery investigation thing. Where am I going? Not there. I think I passed it. Since we're going to be out and about, I figured I'd talk to the huntsman. Here he is, down here. I know he has a little activity for us that is going to require us to go out to the woods as well, so it seemed like a good time to pick this quest up and help him out. I'm also going to borrow some of his food here. Thank you for that.
How come you're wearing such fine armor? Is there a joust happening?
Any work for me here by any chance?
That depends. How's your hearing?
What?
I said, how's your hearing?
It's perfectly fine. You don't have to scream at me. I mean, why are you asking?
Because there is this one little job going. But I need someone who knows the area well and has good ears.
I ought to be able to handle that.
Fine. So here's the problem. My friend is a birder, and he left a few rare nightingales with me for safekeeping. They're good to trade. Rich gentlemen hang them caged up in their chambers. It keeps their wives from fretting when they're off drinking and wenching.
I see.
The trouble is, the nightingales are gone. I don't know how, but the birds have flown.
Hang on, surely you're not asking me to go flapping around looking for birds?
Not exactly. Luckily, their wings are clipped, so they won't be far, and the watchman in the tower told me they headed off toward Vranik. I have traps prepared. It should be easy enough to catch them in those.
Fine, but how will I know where to put the traps?
I hear they like pine woods, and there's a pine-covered hill just before Vranik.
Right, a bloody great wood.
That's just why you need to listen out. Nightingales have a distinctive song. When you hear it close by, you set a trap on the spot. They kept twittering away the whole time they were here, so I can remember the tunes. I'll sing them to you.
I can't wait.
It went something like this.
What? People keep birds like that in their houses? It's like the sound a cat makes when you pull it by the tail.
You know how it is. The gentry's got all manner of odd tastes. The question is, can you remember it?
Yes, I'll remember.
Right, here are the traps. Don't forget, once you hear a nightingale, set a trap nearby. He ought to be caught in it after a while.
I'll do that.
So, if you've ever been wandering the woods in this game and wondered why there's one particular bird that's 10 times louder than all the others and 100 times more obnoxious, this quest is why. Because it needs to make it very obvious. Oh no, there's going to be a tournament tomorrow? We'll see. We'll see. Anyways, this quest is why, because they have to make it super obvious that that's the particular bird that you're looking for. So anyways, we're going to do a bit of treasure hunting, and while we're out, we'll set those traps. It is a bit late, so we probably won't treasure hunt until tomorrow, but I think we're going to go ahead and skip the tournament since we already have all of the potential rewards that we could get from it. So we will still do tournaments, I just don't think this one is worth wasting our time with. Now, I have these ancient treasure maps that we'll start with, and then we'll move to the regular treasure maps, which I do not have all of yet. So, let's look at ancient treasure map 1. This one is, it looks like just south of Neuhof. So that's going to be off to the east. Then we have map 2, which looks like it's off to the west. Map 3, which is going to be very far to the northeast. Uzhitz is pretty far northeast of Ratai, and this is northeast of that. So that's going to be probably one that we put off for a little while. This is also to the west. So we might be able to do this one while we do the other one that was out there. And then map 5, is that also Ratai? Kind of hard to tell, but based on the sort of architecture in the bottom right, it looks like it. Could be Talmberg, but that doesn't look like Talmberg. The spot, I wish I could point with a mouse cursor. The spot in the very bottom right of the map looks to me like, if I turn around, the stuff out that way, like where Bernard has his little training ring and stuff. So I think that's what we're looking at. But we can compare the rivers and stuff as well. So it looks like there's a sort of like round lake with a small stream. And that leads to like a liver-shaped lake that continues south past the town. So where would that be exactly? Okay. So we need bodies of water. Bodies of water. Probably not those. Could be Scallots. That might be it right there, yeah. It didn't really look like Scallots, but I guess that could be the castle up on the hill, and then this is like the little village underneath it. But that is... Whoa, my mouse is kind of floating weird. That looks like the bottom of the lake we saw on top, and then that does come down to something vaguely liver-shaped, and then that comes around the west of the town. So I think that is it out there. That's pretty far away. The other ones out to the west that we were looking at are in like this area. We do those first. Then if we go to our treasure maps, hopefully we have a few in those same areas. So if we look at number 3, this is, okay, west of Sasau. That's going to be pretty far out to the west. This is east of Ledechko, so a bit to the northeast. What do we have here at 10? That's southwest of Ledechko, so that might be worth doing with the other 2 that were to the west. Those will all be vaguely in the same area. And that's due west of Ledechko, so maybe those 4 will be our first targets. This is to the southeast of where we are now. That might be the closest one, actually. And then, let's see here. Talmberg. East of Talmberg. We'll put that one off a little bit. And east of Scallots. Okay.
I'm glad.
Oh, somebody's excited to see us. Oh, hello, Sir Hanish. Right. So I think we should probably hit the hay. Again, I'm going to skip the tournament in the morning so that we have the whole day to work on this.
Yeah.
And we'll get started first thing and just decide which one we think is closest and go from there. Okay, so I was going to say bright and early to start the day, but it's not bright out yet. It's still dark. It's like 5 a.m. Get a very early start. I think we'll just go, maybe not necessarily in order, but let's at least start with Ancient Map 1. I know that there's several in one area, but I think this is the only one kind of vaguely in this spot. So, by the way, I haven't done all of these, so I'm not just doing these from memory. We will have to actually kind of, you know, follow the maps to a degree. Some of them I remember, some of them I don't. So we'll see how this goes. Anyways, we're looking south of Neuhof, east of Ratai, and there's a river that forks into 3 different ones. So let's go ahead and jump over to our map here. And it looks like, so probably hereabouts, that's our river that forks into 3. So I think we're in roughly this area here. And let's get our bearings again, like where specifically it's saying to go. So I think there's going to be an accident. The skull and the crossbones there signifies one of the accident markers on the map. There's also, it looks like some little settlement, but we're supposed to follow a road along the main body of the river before it forks, and then head east from there. So where exactly would that be? If we go back to full screen here, that could be the tents that we saw. I don't see an accident marker. By the way, I have Cartographer, the Cartographer perk, so every marker on the map is visible to me now. It could be east of here? Maybe, possibly? It would have to be somewhere off of this road, so I guess let's head east along here, and we'll follow it up to where those are. I'll put a marker there, just so I know that's kind of the area I'm looking for. I think that might be the other settlement that we saw on the map too. So that's probably a good spot to start from. And we'll go from there. I, of course, exited town in the wrong direction, but that's an easy fix. So I'll turn around and off we go. Okay, so referring back to the map, we can see that there's like a walled settlement of some sort to the west of the river, and then that little tiny settlement to the east of the river along the road. And so I think we're vaguely in that spot now. So it looks like we're heading not quite due east from there, maybe a little bit southeast, but we're probably going into the forest. So let's exit this and just make sure again we're on the right path. We know that this is the correct road. I think that's the little settlement with the wall around it that we saw, and then these are the tents on the map. So I went a little bit too far, but if we come back to probably just up this little road here and then head out that way, it should be somewhere. So off we go. Let me turn around and find that little fork. Is that it there? No. Was there even a fork? No, it must be this here. Okay, so yeah, up this way. That doesn't really go anywhere. So let's just come around here and we'll go up the hill and into the woods. Okay, well, this is promising. We did see a skull and crossbones on the map, so this would indicate to me that we're at least on the correct path. I don't think this is the treasure here, but it certainly could be. So let's go ahead and pick that. And I mean, there's some decent treasure in here, but there should be equipment and loot beyond that. So I don't think we've actually hit the treasure. This was just a nice little bonus. So let's go a little bit further east. I think this is our reference right here. These always creep me out, by the way. Okay, so where would it be? Am I gonna have to dig? Let me look around a little bit, but something tells me all this stuff here might be an indication of what we're supposed to be looking for. Okay, I think I have found it. This is a grave, so that also makes sense with the skull and crossbones. And it looks like it's been dug fairly recently. There's still a pile of earth here, and this is obviously not covered over yet. Also a cart, so yeah, this is a pretty good indicator. Just as a reference, here I am on the map. So this was the burned out village we saw, and the person hung from the tree I think was roughly here. So just a little bit east of that is where I found the grave. And I hope I have a spade on me. If not, the horse does. Okay, perfect. So let's dig this up and see what we get. Feel a little bit bad for grave robbing. Oh wow, that's a very large skull for a very tiny body. Okay, that's some sort of Easter egg. So what's in here? Ah, yeah, so this is more what we were expecting. All sorts of stuff. Because, of course, this is an ancient treasure map, so that's the only way you can get this warhorse gear, and that's how I know that the other one wasn't the treasure we were looking for. Because that's how you get the pre-order bonus stuff. So let's loot all of this. And that's one map complete. I wish it would let you fill these back in after you dig them out. I feel kind of bad for just leaving the grave open like that, but what are you going to do? So let's get Pebbles over here. And we'll head off to the next one, which I think is going to be kind of far in the opposite direction. I know from experience that several of the treasure maps, including the ancient treasure maps, are going to take us in this area, hence why I grabbed that quest. So before I head in that area, I'm going to make sure that there's nothing else over here that would be worth picking up before we, again, traverse in the opposite direction. Okay, so I think this is going to be the next closest. We're still looking at Rattay and Neuhof here, so it's got to be, you know, vaguely where we are now, or at least very close to it. So it looks like we're following the river that runs south of Rattay, and somewhere off to the east, where it says Neuhof on the map, there's a small body of water that goes south, and the road roughly mirrors the two rivers. So let's refer back to our map and see if we can't find where that is. Oh, I think I just clicked on it right there. So here's the river, there's the body of water that forks. The road doesn't seem to mirror that like it does on the map, but that is roughly what we were looking at. We're not too far from there, so if we just kind of go back the way we came, we kind of have to go across that anyways. So I wonder if it's in the cave there. Let me reference the map one more time. So we know it's in this area, but where exactly is it from that spot? It looks like it's just to the west of a little settlement, possibly. It doesn't look like the cave. So if we go back to the map, there was a little shack or something there. I don't know what that would be, though. Let's just start heading in that direction, and maybe it will become more apparent, because it's not always easy to tell from the actual map itself. Yeah, so we'll just start heading west and, well, southwest and see what happens. So apparently my bandit friends have respawned at this camp here that we cleared way back. This is like the first camp, I think, that we cleared. If not the first, then one of the first. So let me try to traverse my way back up this bank. Hopefully I can get up there before they attack me. Come on. Come on, Henry, you can do this. Crap. Where can I get up? There we go. Alright. Where did these bastards go? Oh, there's one. Oh, two.
Is that all you've got?
You just got one-shotted, buddy. Probably shouldn't have been talking trash. And there's two down. I'm not even wearing my armor, by the way. Well, at least not any more than I normally am. Do I have my bow equipped? No, gonna need to. Alright, I think I always have arrows equipped, but I unequip my bow for cinematics and stuff. Okay. Target practice. Oh, man. Somebody's shouting at me from behind, I think. Really? Does that go, like, right between his hand and his hip? That looked like it hit him, but sure.
What? Right here. Entertainment? Great!
I love how the bandits are Scottish. Okay, there's a hit. No, 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 none of that. God, really? I'm not that rusty. Come on, pull the sword out, Henry. God, what a mess. What an absolute mess. Well, let's loot these guys. We did kill them after all. We may as well take advantage. Okay, so let's get the last guy in the camp, who's apparently not interested in defending himself. And, ooh, a free horse. So, I've had, I don't want those arrows. I've had the quest for, I don't recall which thief it was, but one of the millers slash, you know, thief guild guys, whatever. Ooh, let's pick this. Probably not going to be anything in it, but we'll try. They asked us to steal a horse for them. But they want me to steal it from, crap, MacLeod, where... What is going on right now? Okay. I'm not that rusty. I haven't played in like a week and a half, but still, it shouldn't be that hard. Just their sleeping attire, it looks like. Anyway, they wanted me to steal a horse from MacLeod. MacLeod is the place that got hit by the plague and the bandits, and so I didn't really feel right about stealing a horse from them. So maybe I can take this horse, or, you know, one of the bandits' horses that's just kind of hanging out, and try to swap it in its place, and they won't know the difference. So that's something that we'll try later. I don't want to be riding around on that thing all day, though. So let's get back to Pebbles and back to what we were trying to do today, which is treasure hunting. So, here we are at the little stream that runs south. Based on the treasure map, the location we're looking for should be somewhere basically west of this cave. It looked like the road forked off into the forest, but I've yet to see a spot that actually looks like that. So let's continue west along this road and see if at any point it breaks off down to the south. This might be it right here. So I'm along that one road, and this just continues west back to town. So it's not that road, but there was a little path back here into the forest, and that's, I think, the best best lead we've had so far. So let's follow this, and maybe it'll take us to a little shack or something. Interesting. Yeah, let's follow this. I think these are the fences that we saw on the map. That makes a lot of sense. So let's continue. That's cool if we ever need any herbalism supplies. This looks like it's going in the wrong direction, though. This is going east now. I think we're going way too far east. I'm going to follow this just to see where it leads. Does that come back to the other road? Back to the stream. Which again is too far to the east. So let's follow this again. And see if maybe there was a shack or something off of the road before it bent around to the, what was it, east? Yeah. Because it did look like somebody's living out here. There's all sorts of gardens and stuff. But I'm not seeing like a shack, which is what it looked like we should be looking for on the map. Maybe back here? No, let's refer back to the treasure map. So that was what, map 12? Yeah, so the road kind of goes down and then off to the east. There should be a little shack somewhere to the south of that. And it looks like there's a pond or something in front of it. But we're looking for a shack, and then the treasure should be just to the west of that. Unfortunately, I don't think there's any indication of this little path on my map. No, so there's really no way to reference it here. But I think we're looking in this area, so I'll just keep on until I find something. Alright, I found what looks like a little shack. Of course, it's abandoned, but I suppose that's to be expected. Otherwise, you know, they probably wouldn't appreciate us looting their treasure. But there's a shack with a body of water, so this has to be the site. There is actually a chest inside here. I don't know if this is the treasure or not. Let's go ahead and open it up. Oh, a little bit buggy there. But we'll check out to the west of the shack too, just to make sure we're not missing anything. So, I don't know, that might be it. If it's got a, you know, an assortment of equipment and a playing die in there. But it looked like there was supposed to be treasure to the west of this. So I'm gonna march out this way and see if I find maybe a grave to dig up or anything of that sort. Yeah, so I ran around out there and I didn't see anything, so I think that was the treasure, just kind of a disappointing one. I forgot to give you guys a reference. So before we leave, this is where I found the little shack on the map. It's actually quite a ways southwest of this cave and quite a ways south of where that path ended. So it was pretty deep out there. But anyways, that's 2 down. I think now we're going to head toward where this quest is. I know that a couple of the maps are going to lead us to spots kind of dotted around this area. So we should have a lot of stuff to do over there. Okay, so next up we're going to be doing the maps that are to the southeast of Rattay, and I think roughly, southwest of Rattay and southeast of Sasau. So this is Ancient Treasure Map 2, which is going to be one of the ones that we're going to try to complete. Ancient Map 3 is not in that area. What about 4? 4 is in that area. We've actually been past this location. I purposefully avoided it when we were out I think we were hunting bandits for a different quest. But we've seen this little broken down stone wall thing before, and I know exactly where that treasure is. So that'll be one we do for sure, because it's right in the area that we're going to be coming across. 5 is, no, that's off to the northwest. So what about our regular maps? Map 3 is west of Sasau, so probably not yet on that one. 4 is actually to the northeast. So if we had continued going in the opposite direction, that might have been worth doing, but probably not in this case. This one might be, because this is west of Ledechko, which is roughly where we're going to be. Southwest of Ledechko, actually. And then 9 is west of Ledechko, so I think we'll do that one as well. So 10, 11... not that one. So was 3 one of those? No. So I think it was Ancient Maps, 2 and 4? And then Treasure Maps 10 and 11. If I'm not mistaken. So which one of those looks like it'll be closest to... If I remember, this one's kind of far. It's a lot further away than it looks. But I don't recall for sure. It's out at a mine, so let's look at the map. Here we are now. That's where the quest is. Is there any mines out here? Could be that one. Or that's a cave, but it could be a cave as well. Is that the only cave in the area? Yeah, so it's probably in that cave, which is a little bit further out than we were hoping, but that's still okay. We'll just do that one last. So if not that one, which was, 2? If not 2, then potentially 4? Which, yeah, is going to be pretty close, I think. Just west of the bend in the river. Or 10 and 11. There's a grave out there, it looks like. And a mine or a cave, but this one is north of the river. So let's see where that one is. Could be that right there, if it's referring to this river. Otherwise, it could be that right there. I think it's actually this one. Well, let's go to our quest location because I know that the walls from that one map are roughly in this area. And then we can hit the other ones kind of from this center point. Okay, so we're in the marker for the quest, and I just heard the bird. That's its call right there. Do I need to come back this way? Yeah, it sounds like I should probably drop a trap right about here. So where are those stupid traps? I think they're under quest items. I've got a lot of cumin ears I need to sell. Where are those things? Are they in other? Trap. There we go. Empty bird cage. So I think we just drop it. It's been a while since I've done this one, but we only want to drop one of them. Okay, so trap set. I don't know if we can just drop them all in one area. Again, I don't remember. And if I remember right, yeah, these are the walls for the, what do you call it? The ancient treasure map. So if we refer to that map, that would be under other. I don't know why I was jumping around there. So we follow along the road. Immediately off of it, there's some broken down walls, and inside those walls is the treasure. And it's just to the west of a river that travels west and then bends south. And so if we go to that map, we can see this is the river that goes west and then south. This is the road that forks off, and just off that road is where the walls are. Sure enough, walls. And I believe there's a spot you have to climb up on the backside here, because it's actually inside. So if you go to either one of these, you can just walk up it like a staircase, and there should be some treasure in here somewhere. No. Maybe it's on the outside. Oh, no, there it is. Just didn't quite see it. Okay. And, ooh, a book I have not read yet, as well as all sorts of expensive loot, and 2 of the Warhorse armor sets. So that's how you know that you found one of the ancient treasures, is because it's got the Warhorse pre-order bonus in it. Actually, that's not true. I should correct that. You can get this stuff regardless, but if you have the pre-order bonus, you are given the maps in your inventory. So if you... Oh, hello. If you didn't have the pre-order bonus, you can still find these, you just don't get the maps. Where was that guy? I'm pretty sure that's a bandit. I know that there's a bandit camp out here. Yeah, he's armed. That's the camp just out past him. God, my aim sucks today. Well, legged him. That'll do, I guess. And that went through his arm, but apparently didn't hurt him. Oh god, I'm embarrassing myself. Now he's running... There we go. Normally I'm pretty dead on with my arrows, but again, I haven't played in almost 2 weeks. Yeah, he was a bandit. Okay, I'll take your armor's kit, I'll take my arrows back. And those hunter gloves are probably the only other thing of value on you. Do I want to kill any other bandits? I don't even see any others in here, but they're probably wandering the area. I'd rather not waste my time. If I see them, I'll kill them, but I don't need to go out of my way to do it. Oh crap, I'm encumbered. Well, let's find pebbles. We'll lay down the rest of these traps, and then we'll do the next treasure map. Oh, pebbles. Oh, there you are. I should transfer some stuff over to her as well. Oh crap. There's bandits. I hear a very obnoxious bird, so let's drop another trap. Where are these things again? Empty bird cage. So let's drop one. And somebody was shouting about raising an alarm. God. That is like so unnecessary. Here's the bandit camp. We'll dispatch them very quickly, just so we don't have to listen to them anymore. Maybe I should drop another trap in this area. It sounds like the birds are pretty prevalent over here. I see someone out there. Nice. Of course, the longest shot I attempt is like the only one I actually hit. Henry, why aren't you standing up? Stand up, please. Thank you. Oh, hello.
What are you doing here?
Killing you, hopefully. Alright, fine. I thought you were going to be aggressive and get this over with. Come on. Oh god, the lag though. Okay, that's 2 down. Anybody else? Don't make me come back. Sorry, buddy. I hate to interrupt your meal, but... Okay. Is that it? That was 3. We killed 1 earlier. Generally there's 5, so I feel like there's somebody out on patrol that we haven't spotted yet, but that's good enough for me. Okay, and there is the bird call again. This is, I think, far enough away from the other cages. Again, I don't know if it matters. I've only gotten this quest to succeed once, but part of that is because my first couple of playthroughs were pretty early after this game's release, and the quest was broken at that time. So only in a later playthrough was I ever able to actually do this quest. And so again, I don't really know the nuance of it, but I think we've spread them out enough. I, again, don't know if that even matters. Potentially you could just drop them all in the same spot and you'd be fine, but I can't vouch for that. So that quest is done for the time being. We'll actually have to wait a little bit and come back to collect these, but the game will let us know when that is, so we can just kind of ignore it for right now, but I'll leave that quest marked. But it looks like we just kind of left them along the road there. So if you want to get this over with quicker, I don't know if those spots are always where you'll hear the birds, but again, as soon as you hear the bird squawking really loudly, just drop a cage and then move on to the next spot where you hear it. With that out of the way, let's go to our maps and... Hold on. I'm trying to move these to my horse's inventory when they're done, just so I don't accidentally do the same one twice or go looking for the same one twice. So 2 is going to be in this area, as well as, again, 10 and 11 down here. Let's do, since we're already kind of down in that corner of the map, let's do this one. So we're going to a cave or a mine off of the road that goes between the 2 rivers, which I'm pretty sure we had spotted, but let's just double check that because I was kind of just assuming. So these 2 could be the rivers, or maybe those 2. There isn't really a cave in this area except for that one, but I think that's too far. I'm pretty sure it's this one. So we'll just continue along the road and then head, what is it, south from there, roughly. So I think here and then due south should be easy enough.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're along the road. I just hit my marker that I placed, and there's a little path here, so this is as good a place as any, I guess, to cut south.
Yeah.
And again, we'll just look for that cave. There's supposed to be a... I don't remember if it was this one, but there's like a big rock that you can use as a reference point too to make sure you're going the right direction. But again, I don't remember if that was this map or a different map. Either way, we should be able to find it. I think the rock is just there in case you don't have all of the map opened up, which again, I got through the cartographer perk. So once you get that, it makes, you know, treasure hunting a whole lot easier. Let's see, where are we at right now? Oh, I overshot it a little bit. So let's change our marker to here just to make things easier. And again, I think there's a rock, like a really big rock that sticks out somewhere thereabouts, just so that you can kind of tell if you're going the right way. But for me, it doesn't matter. I know where the cave is already. So I need to actually turn around and go this way a bit. Ah, yeah, here's the rock. So there's your sort of indicator that you are indeed going the right way. And just past it, like literally right past it, is this cave. And I think we need to dig that grave up, but let's go into the cave too and see if there's anything. There is a sack. But this is caved in, we can't go any further. So what's in this? Ooh, a bit of loot. Okay, so this I think is actually, yeah, this is the treasure here. Okay, well we'll take all of it. A lot of groschen, Heavenly Kingdom die. A couple more books I haven't read. Some very expensive armor, and the last pieces of the Warhorse set. So, can I even dig this up? I can, so let's do it and see if there's anything else in here. Maybe we can double dip on the treasure on this one. Okay, we'll open that up. Not really, not treasure as I would call it, but this is useful stuff, so I'll take it. And let me transfer some of that stuff over to Pebbles so that I'm not encumbered. Oh, so that longbow I just got is actually better than the elm longbow I've been using. Though, what's the strength requirement? Yeah, so it's going to draw even slower than my current one. But it is better, if only slightly. So I'm going to move that to Pebbles. I should move that too. And we'll make that my new bow. Okay, so next up, this is, I think, treasure map 10. It looks like it wants us to follow the road that heads south out of Ledechko. So if we were riding to Ledechko from Rattay, it would be the same road that we ride in. But we're going to follow it around to the southwest to, it looks like, 2 roads that are south of the river but running parallel to it. So let's see where that might be on our map. Okay. So, river, it's probably these 2 roads, and I think it was like roughly in here somewhere. But this one wasn't in a cave. I don't think it was that accident, though there was a skull and crossbones. So let's put a marker in the middle here, and we'll just kind of wander this wooded area for a little bit. And then the other one, I think we decided was that cave. So once we grab this, we can just kind of come up here, and maybe if we're lucky we can cross there. If not, we'll have to go around. But there's got to be a crossing over here somewhere. We'll see, I guess. But yeah, I think here, and then I think that cave, but we'll reference the map when we get close. Alright, so I'm in roughly the area that we had marked on the map. There is a bandit camp over here, so we'll have to be careful unless we want to end up fighting them. But I think we're looking for a grave. It seems like in every case so far with these treasure maps, they've been in a grave or next to a grave. And the skull and crossbones on the map seems to indicate that again here. So let's try to find a grave. Is this the right path right here? I think we went too far. Because I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be in between these. So I think we need to keep looking somewhere in this area here. Well, that's good to know. We can kind of frame our search area with those 2 roads. I just don't want to fight these guys right now. But maybe we have to? I don't know. No, we obviously don't have to, but we might not have a choice if we want to search the area. Oh, they've got a horse too. That's good to know. If we, again, want to try to fool the miller, that would be helpful. Well, let's go deal with these guys. Somebody on watch out there. There's actually nobody in here. It's kind of funny. Oh, hello. There's a, Come on, get off me. Apparently I kicked him to death. Sorry, dog. Kind of your own fault. Did they have multiple dogs? No, that's a rabbit. Where was that guy? I saw him. I saw him patrolling, and then I lost him, but the dog attacked me. Here we go. Wonder if I can get him. Ah, crap. Well, we're stabbing him with the sword. I mean, that was pretty much a stealth kill. We just didn't use the dagger. Let's see. What do you got on you? I'll always take the Groshen, but other than that, they typically don't have stuff that's worth grabbing. Unless it's like a sword. If they have like an axe, they're typically not very valuable. Anybody else? I'm just going to steal from their chest then. Maybe that'll get their attention. Ah, never mind. I do hear dog. Oh, there's somebody. Maybe we can stealth this guy. I do have the perk that makes me essentially silent in the rain. So as long as he doesn't see me, we should be able to do this. I'm moving awfully slow here. Come on, don't spot me, don't spot me. Oh no, the rain stopped. Whatever, it worked. I will just drop you on the ground right there. I thought I saw... Oh, crap.
Who's there?
Nobody? Who are you? Where are you? Whatever, I'm gonna loot you before I lose your body. I'll take your Groshen, I'll take your gloves, lockpick, potion, piercing arrow, and that's probably it. Okay, well somebody's nearby because they're trying to find us, so let's just get our sword out and maybe they'll come to us. Ah, there's someone. Surprise! Go down. Okay. So what did you have? Those arrows are crap. I'll take your Groshen and your hunter's gloves though. That's probably the only things worth actually collecting off of him. And at most there's going to be like one other person, so I'm just going to let them come to me, I suppose. We'll get back to trying to find this treasure. Alright, I finally found it. So, here's the grave. There's a little wall around it. For reference, the camp is down here. So, if you find the bandit camp, you basically want to turn around and head due south. And that'll take you to this little, sort of... I don't even know what to call it. But basically, just under this hill, there's bushes wrapped around a little grave site. And here's the grave. For reference on the map, I'm standing hereabouts. So, I guess if you were on this road here, you'd want to essentially march due north like you were headed to the bandit camp. But obviously, you'd stop before that. And that would allow you to avoid the bandits if you didn't want to deal with them, but at this point they're no match for Henry. So we'll dig that on up, and what do we have? Come on, don't hit me dive in there. Ah, come on, there we go. Okay, so a nice helmet, some Groshen, another dice, some Noble's Dark Shoes, which is what I'm actually wearing already. 2 more books that I haven't read, though a couple of these have just been potion recipes, and then St. Michael's Sword. Okay, so we failed the tourney objective. I'm surprised it gave us like all day to sign up for that. I thought you had to do it fairly early. So we actually have 2 of St. Michael's Sword now. I thought this was a unique sword. I thought the only way you could get this was through that quest, but apparently you can get one from this loot as well, but I think those are the only 2 in the game. So still, it's a pretty rare item. And how about these books? Some of them, again, were just recipes. So let's read them. We have Artemisia. So I'll read that. I already know it, of course. Digestive Potion, we didn't know. Lullaby Potion, I already do know. I think I know Poison as well. It should be marked then, shouldn't it? I feel like it should, because we've already read it. And then we had a couple books, too, that we need to sit down and read. Or maybe only the one. Anyway, that's that one complete. So, sorry, I don't mean to keep going back and forth. If we go to our treasure maps, that was 10, I believe. Yeah. So we can move that over to Pebbles so I don't accidentally reread it. And maybe we can squeeze in one more today. This one is going to be the one up to the north, just on the other side of the river, in the mine or the cave or whatever it is. So, let's get on Pebbles, and we can pretty much, again, just ride due north, figure out a way across the river, and go into the cave. Okay, so here's the cave. Oh, hello, humans. Yeah, let's get away. Oh, boy. Right. I don't really want to duel all of these guys at once, but I don't know if I'm going to have much of a choice. God, my frame rate. What is happening? Go down. Go down. Ah, what is happening right now? Jesus. Ah, God. Okay, let's back away because I can't see what the hell's happening. And maybe I can get a lucky stab on one of you. Like that. Okay, I'll toss you out of the way. Somebody's hitting me in the back. Jesus. Ah, God. Okay, let's tie somebody up. That'll probably be the best way to go about this. Why are you not dead yet? Alright, I'm gonna lose if I fight. So let's... God. Why is my camera having a seizure? Go, go, go. Henry, run. This is kind of bullshit. There we go. Yeah, I'm like dying right now. Wow. What an absolute disaster that was. Interesting sight. It'd be great if we could pull them into some bandits. I don't think we'll be that lucky, though. Okay, I think I got enough distance between us and them. Let's go ahead and drink some potions here. Was this the one that heals really good? I mean, that'll help. But I was looking more for Lazarus potion. Yeah. Let's do one of those. Hell, maybe even two of those. And then I'm going to get my bow out. Because I think they are still pursuing me. I think that's them in the water, actually. I don't know that I'm going to be able to hit them. But I need to let my HP come back up before we do anything else. Alright, one of the archers made it across, so we are going to deal with him. Oh, well, we dealt with him. This is the one I think we've been beating on for a while. So let's take your stuff. You've got some pretty good loot on you. Groshin, I'll take your armor as well. Yeah, you got a lot of valuable stuff. Alright, so then we just need to kind of wait for the others to swim across, or maybe they'll just sit there, I don't know. I see two heads in the water, though. There's those two, and there was, I think, 5 of them, so I don't know what happened to the other guys. They don't seem interested in coming out here, though, so let's use some arrows, I guess. I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll try it. Maybe a shot in the face. Oh, somebody just drew a bow over there. This is not working very well. Did that guy just drown? No? Okay. That would have been great. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, come fight me. These guys are actually pretty well armored. And my armor is probably in tatters now. I have enough kits to maybe get us back to full quality. Oh, you're just going to surrender? Well, I'm going to kill you, obviously. Right. Let's take his valuables. I don't need his dagger. But we'll take everything else. And that's probably going to leave me encumbered, yeah. Where'd your weapon go? Did it slide off into the water? I think so. I guess let's try to kite that guy in. I can barely walk across here. Oh wow, you're pretty heavily armored. Come on. Come on, follow me over here. Oh god, am I gonna drown? Maybe not. No? Not coming? I don't know if it'll let me fire my bow through the water. I don't think we're even supposed to be able to do this. Oh, that worked. Okay. Come on, man. Come over here. This feels really dirty. I'd rather beat you with a sword than shooting you through the water. Come on. No? Well. That was unfair. Oh, he's floating. Okay. Right. Well, I feel bad about that, but let's loot all of his stuff before he floats away. Wow, you had really, really good equipment. That would have been a good fight. And then I guess we'll see who's left on this side. So I'm not sure what happened to this guy, but I just found him dead. So he might have gotten hit with a friendly arrow in the back or something. I will gladly loot him though. And I think that's all the humans dealt with. So yeah, we'll just take everything that they had. Or that he had, since we already looted the others. And we'll get back to the cave. I'm going to be hopefully not too encumbered to ride back with this stuff. There is now a limit. There was always, well not always, when the game released, you couldn't... What the hell is going on here? Just a random villager, huh? When the game released, you could mount your horse while encumbered. And then at some point, they patched that out so you could only ride your horse with, you know, only a certain amount of encumbrance. And unfortunately, the mod I had that reverted it back to the old system no longer works. So if I'm too encumbered, I can't actually get on the horse. I didn't see the chest in there, so we're going to have to look around for a little bit and see if we can't find where the treasure actually is. Alright, so it turns out we actually had the wrong cave entrance. I was riding around the area and stumbled upon another one right here. So this cave entrance is unmarked. It is, I guess, an interesting site, but it's not marked as like a cave or whatever. Apparently I can sleep here too. But this is the one with the treasure in it. I can sleep there as well. This is the treasure. If we open it up, not very good. At least it replaced the potion I lost. But yeah, we'll take all of that. And that completes treasure map 11. So let's move that over to Pebble's inventory, just so I don't accidentally try to find it later. And that leaves us with a couple, but I think we'll call it a day there. Henry is looking pretty rough after that scrap with the humans. I was not expecting 5 of them to file out of that cave. And we got lucky that I was able to kind of take advantage of the water there. Otherwise, things could have gotten real nasty. So I'm going to make my way home. I'm going to sell pretty much all the loot that we just picked up and use that to finance a little bit more of our... what do you call it? Building in Privislavitz. So we'll do a little bit of that next time, but let me know what else you guys would like to see. It is very dark. We can keep doing treasure maps next time, or we can do a few side quests, but at the end of that episode, I'd like to make our way to the monastery, and then the episode following, we'll go ahead and start our infiltration of the monastery. So we'll get back to the main quest, as it were. But again, they aren't expecting us back, at least from a roleplay perspective and what the people were talking about. They're not expecting us back for another day and a half, roughly. So we have all of the following day in-game to do quests, and then the next day we should be at the monastery. So again, do you want to see more treasure map stuff? Do you want to see more side quests? It's completely up to you guys. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Kingdom Come Deliverance with you, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here for the next episode.